Hi, I'm Rene Diaz. I've been practicing for 30 years now, and I had the honor of being appointed by Rick Perry to the bench in 2004. I served as a district judge here in San Antonio from 2004 till the end of 2006, and I really enjoyed it. But what most people don't know is how many cases judges handle. We close approximately, each district judge, 32,000 cases a year. That's an average of 8 every day. And so I dealt with a lot of divorces. And what I want to share with you today is one of the most common questions I get about divorces in my practice is, Judge, my wife or my husband and I agree on everything, so it's uncontested. How inexpensively can we get divorced? And how quickly? That comes up almost every day that we get divorce clients that are calling. And I thought it would be good to create a video and give the answer that I've given thousands of times. All right? We call agreed divorces in the legal profession, we call them uncontested divorces. Uncontested means that the husband and the wife agree on all issues. And so I'm going to cover at least 5 or 6 of the issues that you must agree on if you want an uncontested divorce. One of the issues, of course, is the grounds for the divorce. Most uncontested divorces are based on what's called insupportability. That means there's conflict of personalities that destroys the legitimate ends of the marriage relationship. And that insupportability is a no-fault ground, and that's important to understand. Virtually all uncontested divorces have to be based on no fault. That's topic number 1. If there are children, you have to agree on the custody, which is also called conservatorship in Texas. We use the word conservatorship, but it's custody, and also possession and access, and that's often referred to as visitation. So you have to agree on a schedule for visitation, schedule for possession and access, and you must agree on conservatorship, custody. Generally, if there is an uncontested divorce, the parents choose to be equal in their rights of custody or conservatorship. And what that means is equal and independent. That means they exercise those rights and those duties independently of one another. That's most typical in an uncontested divorce. And that's with children. But if there are no children, then at a minimum, the husband and wife have to agree on the division of property. Now, property includes some important things that are often overlooked. It includes retirement accounts, because property in the law also includes money. So you have to agree on how to divide retirement accounts like 401ks and IRAs, savings accounts. You have to agree on how to divide all bank accounts and credit card accounts. That means all debts. You have to agree on how to divide the debts. And let's not forget that you also have to agree on how to divide the main assets of your marriage, which include the house for most people and the cars. So everybody has to agree on how to divide those things. That's very important. Another possibility for uncontested divorces is spousal maintenance. Some people call that alimony, but Texas uses the term spousal maintenance. And there must be an agreement on whether or not the husband or the wife is going to receive spousal maintenance as part of the property division. It's not actually property division. What it is spousal maintenance. But a lot of times we call it property division to avoid some of the tax implications. And if both the husband and the wife agree to call it a property division instead of spousal maintenance, you can avoid some of the tax problems. And the courts are okay with that. Let me talk about the benefits. Why, in this day and age, when you can access divorce pleadings online and download them for free, why should a couple spend any money on a lawyer when they can do it themselves? And that often comes up, and I'm going to explain. In Bexar County, I've talked about how many divorces there are per year. Of the 35,000 cases that each judge rules on every year, probably about 15,000 of them are divorces. So there are so many divorces, and the trend is for a lot of people not to employ attorneys, that the waiting list just to get the judge to consider your final divorce decree would take, I was told recently, up to 6 months before the court can even consider your divorce decree. With Diaz Jacob, and if you have an attorney handling it, we can get you divorced within, just beyond the legal minimum. The legal minimum that a divorce must be on file in Texas is 60 days. So if everything is agreed to, and by being agreed to, I mean signed, if the husband and the wife both sign all of the documents that I prepare, then I know how to get you divorced in 61 days. That's 61 days from the day that we file the original petition for divorce. Let me touch on one more topic, and this is jurisdictional. The court does not have the authority to grant your divorce unless you meet the jurisdictional requirements. And those are, you must reside in the state of Texas for at least 6 months, and you must reside in Bexar County for at least 90 days. That just determines in what county it's filed. The six months is for the state of Texas. And notice I said reside here. You do not have to be a citizen. And all you do is have to, and the family code uses the word domiciled. And domicile just means you actually live in this county and you actually live as your primary residence in the state of Texas. So as long as you meet those requirements, we can get you divorced within, I'll say, 61 or 65 days, as long as they agree on everything and they sign all of the documents that I prepare. This divorce can be quick, simple, and relatively painless. These days, with the COVID situation, we do hearings on Zoom. And just last week, I concluded a divorce over Zoom, and the client was actually seated where I am right now, and I was in my office on my own computer right next door in the next office. And so she didn't even have to go to the courthouse. So that's relatively painless. But that's the main benefit of getting an attorney, is you can get it over with quickly. And if you'll call our office, then we can schedule an appointment and talk about your case. We can handle it very reasonably. Thank you very much.